You're welcome to Political Angle. We're here to discuss a lot of things going on in the political scene. Now, the coalition has come out to say that without P2B, they can beat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I repeat, without a P2B being part of the coalition, they can beat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, look at the mathematics, the calculation. Coalition plus P2B, best to beat Tinubu. That is from the coalition, what they are saying. Now, coalition minus a P2B will still beat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What are the reasons? If P2B is not part of the coalition, it automatically means Tinubu cannot harmonize Southern votes. And according to them, they are 101% sure that Northern votes will not go to the APC way in 2027. The way Tinubu garnered Northern votes in 2023 will not be the same way he will garner the same Northern votes in 2027. They say the dynamics have changed. Plus, as of today, Tinubu is disliked in the North. And P2B cannot get Northern votes alone. Which means the race between Tinubu, P2B, and the coalition will support the coalition if they present a Northern candidate. 2027 will be interesting. That is the ideology of the coalition. That without a P2B, they can still win the elections. That P2B will divide the votes of Tinubu in Southern Nigeria while they will retain the votes of Atiku in Northern Nigeria. Well, let's look at Northern Nigeria first. Northern Nigeria, we have the Middle Belt. We have the North Central. We have the Northwest. Remove the Middle Belt. We have the North Central. We have the Northwest. Okay. Atiku does not have control over the Northwest and the North Central. You can talk about the core North. If you're talking about North Central, let's talk about Nasarawa. Maybe Nasarawa. So the coalition believes that either ways, whether P2B is part of the coalition or not, they will beat President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Okay. Now, other suggestions, and that is not out of the table. Jonathan also, they are trying to look at how they can talk to Jonathan to be part of the coalition. Which personally I believe, if Jonathan is part of that coalition, it will be easy for the opposition or the coalition to beat Tinubu. But with this their current calculation or angle, political angle, I don't think that it is possible for an Atiku without an OB or that, like the calculations they are doing to beat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But a Jonathan, I believe, a Jonathan can be able to. If Jonathan is presented by this coalition, that is when the APC need to be very afraid. And if the Obedient Movement and the Middle Belt agree that P2B should be join a coalition with Atiku, and they are not going to, like, say, threaten to vote for the APC, or even Southerners will agree that Atiku, because I know the North will not condescend to want to put P2B on the ballot. We know them. Power for North is not about the betterment of the country, it's about their survival. Without power, the North cannot survive in this terrain, in this year and age. Without power, Northern Nigeria cannot survive. So it is power for them. So a coalition that has Northerners, most of Northerners that came from the APC in it, will not want to have a P2B becoming the president. And an Atiku, who is desperate to become, he's the reasons why we are having so much inadequacies happening in the PDP today. PDP not being alive, it is the stunt that he and Tambuwal played against a Wike that is making Wike running mad and doing what he's doing to Atiku and the PDP. It seems like Wike has vowed that he will never, ever allow, he will fight to the death to make sure that Atiku does not emerge as a candidate, or the PDP does not stand with Atiku wanting to hijack the party to present himself as a candidate 2027. He also has another enemy, which is Obasanjo. So what's the problem for the coalition? Who are those that are going to finance the coalition? By next month, 2 governors from the northern part of Nigeria will be joining the APC. Note it now. By next month, 2 governors from Northern Nigeria are going to join the APC. What party are they going to adopt? Is it the SDP? Okay. Because I know if Atiku leaves PDP, a lot will happen to his structure and his base. I'm telling you. Maybe in less than 2 years, they can be able to organize and mobilize themselves. A lot can happen. At the end of 2025, if these guys are not able to finalize a party that they are going to belong to or join or whatever or create or what have you, my brother, it's going to be difficult for them. And I know a Tinubu kind of government will make it difficult for these guys to register a political party. Note, make it difficult. Make it difficult. Amechi noted that, said, this current Mahmoud Yakubu is the worst of all INEC chairman we had in the history of Nigeria. The under Jega even allowed APC to register their coalition. But it seems like these guys are making it difficult. Now them there for there, now they understand what they go on. Now in come they talk. Maybe the APC is making it difficult for the coalition to get a new party. So from now to 2025, if Atiku does not get a party that is going to run on, and he relies on the PDP, you should forget it. Because it's like now 3 or 4 persons that then get PDP now. The Atiku faction, the Bauchi governor, Bala Mohammed faction, the Wike faction, and the Damago faction. Maybe the Sheyi Makinde faction. Problem for the coalition. Who is going to sponsor the party financially? Where are they going to get the funds? A typical APC under a Tinubu that I know would want to sabotage you, your funds, your finance, everything. The way a Buhari tried, in quote, the way Buhari tried to sabotage Tinubu with the monetary policy under using Emefiele as central bank governor. That is why you see, of all the people that worked with Buhari, the APC came. The APC led by Tinubu came for directly, hunted for Emefiele. So a typical Tinubu will want to sabotage your finance, whatever, however you are going to do it. They will make sure that you do not have the funds. A government within 2 years has destroyed a party that is adjudged to be one of the biggest political parties in Africa. That is PDP. A government within 2 years is able to destroy that party. What will you tell me that it will not be able to do when it comes to making sure you don't have finance to pull or whatever plans they have? I know the coalition that came from the APC, they understand the game. Maybe they have a different approach to it, how they are going to do it. But we know that this current administration would attempt to cripple the finances of the opposition. Who are those and those and those that are going to fund the opposition? APC is taking the money bags. APC is taking over the money bags. Delta State, Akwa Ibom State, River State. These ones are money bags. I saw the governor of Delta State and former governor Okowa going to meet Bayelsa governor. You know, say Bayelsa and state will say they get money, they don't know what the money do. The money where Bayelsa they collect, it doesn't reflect in the lives of the people. One, it doesn't reflect in the infrastructure in Bayelsa State. It doesn't reflect in the economy of the people. Only God knows why EFCC know they tell us what they happen. What is the even essence of the EFCC? Governors have come and gone, and Bayelsa is like that. So money bags, APC is taking over the money bags. So who is going to finance the APC, sorry, the PDP or the coalition? Who and who? Let's understand how far these Northerners are willing to go to unseating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu without the Southern support. Yes. I've said if the Northerners want to... a lot of things are going to happen in 2027. A lot of things. Northern Nigeria should not even allow Tinubu to win that election. I'm just saying it for Northern Nigeria because for Southeast and South, we don't need power to survive. We also need some level of representation at the federal level to be able to do 1 or 2 things in the Southeast. But we don't need power to survive. The North without power, especially its politicians, because they have an agenda. They must be in power at every point in time. They must insert and permit themselves in every nook and cranny of the government so that they can hold on to power. That power is very important for them to achieve that's their Usman Danfodio agenda. If they don't have power to achieve their Usman Danfodio agenda, my brother, is going to be very bad for them. So I'm particular about northern Nigeria, that they are the ones that will be at the receiving end of all these things that we are looking at today. So I pity for northern Nigeria, because what is coming if they allow a Tinubu win the election? I'm repeating it. I've said this in most of my videos. What Tinubu will do? Some people don't believe, like I said it, people don't know Bola Tinubu, but however, that is aside. For me, he's not a good person. It doesn't have to be a good person for me. Politics, it is not about whether you are good. It is about what is being done at the particular point in time. Even in Christianity, God will use a mad person, an unbeliever, to bless a believer. Does not mean that God is a God of unbelievers. In quote, that is in quote. So who is going to fund the coalition? Somebody says that. See, I don't want to start reading comments, because a lot of things are happening. A lot of things. Look at it critically. By next year, there will be a census, tax bill, other things will be implemented. You have kicked out regional system. You are trying a template of the regional systems. Southwest Development Commission, regionalism, a template. Local government autonomy, all those on are restructuring. Police, forest guard, police, all those things are restructuring. Tinubu will have to cement all these things in his first term for him to get the confidence that he's able to restructure Nigeria. By next year, we are expecting a census to be taking place. A census. Because 2025, the whole of, from December 2025, this year, till February to March 2026, if let's say this election self, they go even push and go front, they go extend them because of the tensions. I'm telling you, there are different school of thoughts. People are, the obedient movement have their own plan, the coalition have their own plan, and everything have their own plan. They're not even attacking the obedient movement. You know, everybody wants to tag these things like tribal. Let's look at it. The APC is Yoruba party, and the coalition is a northern party. The obedient movement is an Igbo party. That is what everybody wants to target us. That is what politicians are going to rely on: ethnicity. The tools that have been using over the years to divide, rule, and conquer. So, the Northerners, the coalition is saying P2B is so selfish. Why doesn't he give the Igbos a chance? He's bringing that Igbo thing. Igbos a chance to get close to power. Get close to power after Atiku has agreed to do 4 years. A Fulani man, Northerners have agreed to do 4 years. Then he can hand over to an Igbo president. It is only Atiku that can do this, that can do that, that can do this. Buhari got support from Tinubu and co. Buhari got into power and sidelined Tinubu. They push him out. Buhari, they had agreement. I don't know what agreement, but they were bedfellows. They were same feather. They did the same thing. They achieved the same aim. To divide the loot, however, one had to claim superiority over. They wanted to put Ahmed Lawan. Imagine, a Buhari, a Fulani. And you're telling me an article will do 4 years. You tell me an article. When we say power don't enter in hand, call it sweet time. Article will do 4 years. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Man, I beg to differ. Tinubu was sidelined, although he had the hand. They gave him some opportunities to appoint this and that and that. But he was sidelined out of the whole thing. They used Emefiele to sabotage Tinubu. See, now not and South they talk about too. So don't think I'm supporting the APC or Tinubu. Everybody know, people that know me know my stand. Tinubu does not have what it takes to bring good governance. I they try put them down for people to they see them clear. Good governance. Tinubu is for the elites. Go to the Lekki deep sea port and the free trade zone. An average, if some people they think it's about ethnicity, it's not about ethnicity in that respect. It is for the elite. Look at the people that own most of the buildings there. They don't have coloration of ethnicity. They're elitists. Elitists. Every region, every tribe has its elite. And they have a share of whatever Lagis is to share from the Nigerian treasury. Wherever, if you like, let's say in Zamfara State, that gold, where they mine. Go and look at the companies mining that gold. A lot of things. Somebody did a documentary. He tried visiting the border of, I think Katsina State has border with Niger State. He crossed over this border gang of Niger State and went to a relaxation center. Maybe the only relaxation center where open eyes that is Tush in that Niger State, in the border of Niger State. Who did he see? An Igbo man. His name is Ifeanyi. In that border. Niger State. Katsina, Niger. Ifeanyi, they own. Oh boy. Niger State. We are talking of Niger State. So you think all these politicians are going through Tinubu, his own capacity is to the elite. Maybe before you as a Nigerian, you that are sitting here, they are 30 years, you're almost 40. Before you go see good governance, you don't reach 80 years, maybe the 20, you don't reach 60 or 70 years, 2045. That is if if the Fulani or the Northerners don't take over power, or Nigeria is not structured, and they turn Nigeria back, they turn it 360 and push all the economy benefits to the northern part of Nigeria. It's like that's what they do now. This one enter, maybe now Northerner. You push all the economic benefit to northern Nigeria. 8 years, on that one enter, maybe now Southerner. You push your own benefit to southern Nigeria. That's how, and it is the elites that always benefit at the end of the day. So Tinubu is not a president for the masses. So it is not Ansat I'm talking about. Now, you'll be surprised that southern Nigeria will provide or produce more votes than northerners in 2027. Welcome to the game. That is what Tinubu told them. Southern Nigeria will produce more votes than northern Nigeria come 2027. We're in this country when INEC was misbehaving. These politicians that are forming the coalition, they supported all the evils that are happening in the country today. They are even part of the evils that happen in the country today. And instead of them to look at correcting it, they want to just seize power. The reason is why we don't trust INEC, we don't trust police, we don't trust judiciary, we don't trust EFCC, we don't trust immigration, we don't trust any parastatal in Nigeria. It's because the same politicians that are forming the coalition are the ones that have created this problem for us. Obasanjo's regime was the regime that laid the foundation of all this democracy, corruption, high-handedness. We even heard that an Obasanjo wanted to run for third term. You go surprise you, say Tinubu may run for third term. With the power, you know, when power intoxicates you, when you don't drink, you don't enter your brain. You might not be able to control some of the things you do again. You might not be able to control your actions when you don't drink. When this power don't enter Tinubu at 2027, as if they run your own package, if you don't drink too much, let me not get there. There's a time to get there, so that people don't see a picture and they start hallucinating. The Northerners are quiet. Maybe they are preparing on the ground. They don't make noise like every other person on social media. They are preparing themselves. They are doing their calculation, plus, minus. And they will do it. They will make sure that they fight tooth and nail because it is their survival strategy. They are surviving literally on power. It is power that gives them the breath they are breathing. Allocations or positions in government and all other things. Look at who has Dangote will not finance the coalition. Top big men in this administration will not finance the coalition. Northerners are not that invested in using their monies to finance. Average Northerner, they're not that vested in it. An average Northerner, I'm not saying some people are not there. They're not that vested in using their money to finance the coalition. So who is going to finance the coalition? Atiku. Obedient movement. That is another movement on its own. And a movement I admire and I look at. Even though there are some skirmishes. The movement is, you have a movement whereby you have all type of Nigerians. The good, bad and ugly. Yes. They have not gotten their feet. They have not gotten their focus yet. Everybody is just firing from different angles. No particular aim, no organization. How are they going to fund themselves? Like they did in 2023. P2B has the goodwill of many people, especially those that are out of Nigeria, those in abroad. In the abroad, most of them will be funding the coalition. But what of Atiku? Atiku will... so Southern Nigerian votes, you'll be surprised. It will shock you. Say a particular state can bring 3 million votes in history, they will tell you that historic voting. Media go to pump am left, right, center. Historic voting in the city of Eko. Historic voting. This state, with almost half of Nigerians in it, polled 4 million votes. Yeah? When they gathered the whole vote for southern Nigeria, they will first allow the votes for northern Nigeria to first come in. Did you? That is the plan. They will first allow you gather your note for northern Nigeria come in. They will come show you the template of how they are going to rig the election. So it is very clear, precise, and very, very point to date that as we see them, southern votes might be more than northern votes come 20. I did laugh because see, when Kama, even what Tinubu is doing now, he's doing it in his time. There will be a time that Kama will hit everybody, left, right, center. He will hit everybody at the basic time. He will hit the way we hit people. So let us not underestimate anything now. Nobody is above any other person, but it seems everything is working in favor of the APC. The odds are in favor of the APC as we speak. However, let's look at the brighter picture. Nigerians, what is in for you is in it. What is in it for you? For you as a Nigerian, the only way Nigeria can be better for us if we restructure this country. And whoever that is going to restructure that country, look out for that leader and support him. Whoever that is going to, if Jesus is going to be the next president of Nigeria, they will impeach Jesus. Should be the children of Israel, now then sacrifice Jesus, now then betray Jesus. They will want to destroy him. Nigeria will be even worse than the children of Israel those days. So it is restructuring. Jesus is saying a new heaven and a new earth. You know that this earth will pass away. A new restructuring, that's one we as the people, the masses, will enjoy. But without that, recycling, now them, somebody says something, it's like 3-bedroom flat. 3-bedroom flat. The 3 rooms, Labour Party will be there, get 1 room. The coalition get 1 room, APC get 1 room. At the end of the day, they will come into 1 parlor. They are all the same.